Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and also welcome to the government scheme session. The scheme that we are covering today, it is Pradhan Mantri Dhan Yojana. And why are we covering it? Because see, recently a report has been released on the trends and progress of banking sector in India, and there was a small section that was given under the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Yojana, and data were there, so that is why it becomes important from the examination point of view. And so if you want to watch and understand the rest of the report, for that you can refer to the finance current affairs sessions that are taken by Kritika ma'am. In this section, we are taking only a small portion and we will understand the background of this particular scheme. But before starting the session, there is a big announcement for all the aspirants who are preparing for regulatory bodies. We have come up with your one-stop solution guide for all the queries that are in your mind that is related to the examination. In these book, for example, the guidebook that you're looking at in front of you, that is of RBI Grade B. Similarly, we have for RBI NABARD, in which first you will understand what is the role of the organization in Indian economy. After that, at what post will you join, and at that post what will be your responsibility. Once you understand that, you will understand the pattern, what comes in phase 1 of prelim examination, what comes in phase 2, and how the interview stage it takes place, and also along with that, what is the previous year cutoff, are you eligible or not, the age limit, qualification that you should require, and everything is mentioned in this book, so that you can study with free mind for the examination. So you do not miss the opportunity. You can download these comprehensive guidebooks from the link that is present in the description box. Now let's come to this today's session, that is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So Jan, it means what? It means people, all right, and Dhan, it means what? Money. So when we talk about Jan Dhan, we are talking about something with people and it is related to something to money. See, basically what happened in India, we have a saving culture. We save a lot of money if we compare to the other Western countries, right? But what the problem was in India was that money was kept at home only, right? So you can say that money was not in the circulation in the economy. They are just kept at home. They are just saved at home. Now imagine, for example, if you look at a lot of interest, you lose because of it, right? If you have kept that money in the bank accounts, you must have gained interest on it. And also there's a you can say there's a threat of robbery also, right? What if you have kept a lot of money, you have a lot of savings at home, and what if the someday robbery takes place, right? So that is also a demerit. Apart from that, there are other reasons also. For example, with the help of bank account, you can take credit, right? You can take loan, you can do something useful out of it, you can establish your own business. There are other facilities also. You can have an ATM, right? Just keep your money in the bank account and you can use the ATM all around around the country, right? So that is very handy to you. So there are a lot of merits and demerits that we all know, right? I don't think I need to emphasize more on what are the benefits of a bank account, that we all know. But with the same intent, this particular scheme was launched so that the people in India, they in under this initiative, there were intermediaries who went to the people, especially in rural areas, and their bank account was opened, especially at zero balance. See, because see what happens, there is a limit. Although because of COVID, that limit was kept on hold for a while, but there is a limit at every bank account, that there should be a minimum balance that should be kept under your particular account, right? But under Jan Dhan Yojana, the zero balance bank account was opened, because see, here we are targeting the poor section of the society, right? So therefore, to not for them to not have that burden, that they have to keep their minimum saving intact in their bank account and they cannot utilize it, because we don't know whenever they will use, they might need that 1000 rupees also, right? So that is why for them zero balance account were opened, so that financial inclusion can take place. It's a very important word. We are focusing on financial inclusion of all the section of the society, so financial inclusion can take place. And also the other benefits that are there, we will understand while throughout the session also, that can also be given to the people who are deprived of bank accounts. Okay, so with that idea, Jan Dhan Yojana was established, and it was established in the year, it was launched in the year 2014. And can you guess the ministry? See, we are talking about finance, we are talking about money, we are talking about bank, right? So that is why the ministry, it is Ministry of Finance. Do not get confused if it can be Ministry of Rural Development, because see, yes, the target audience, it will be more in the rural area, but it does not mean that it will be facilitated by or taken care by Ministry of Rural Development, right? Because here we are talking about all people who do not have bank account. It can be at the urban level also, right? So Ministry of Finance is the nodal ministry to it. Now aim of the scheme, that is to expand and make affordable access. First of all, to expand the financial services. Expand means what if I'm aware of all the services and it is affordable but I do not have a bank account, right? So first I have to expand the financial services. We are also talking about opening banks and other such institutions at the rural and semi-rural region where there initially does not exist, right? To expand and make affordable access to financial services, banking, savings, we're talking about deposit account, we are talking about remittance. Remittance is the money, for example some gift or money that you get, especially we talk in terms of if we are getting it from the foreign land. If some our relative or someone is sending us money from there, we call it remittance, but it means gift, right? You get something from someone. Credit, insurance, pension to be included section, all these of excess can be given to the beneficiaries if only they have a bank account, right? So first of all, the aim is to expand all the services and also to provide them affordably. Here we are talking about providing loan with the reasonable interest rate, right? Apart from that, to have them credit facility with minimum official paperwork, because usually in rural area they do not have so much papers that can be required for bank opening, right? So that is why with minimum paperwork is also one of the target. Eligibility is person not having any bank account, just this is the eligibility of it, okay? If someone is underage, for example 15, 16, their bank account can also be opened, but that will be under the minor section, minor category section. Once they reach to 18 years of age, they have to convert it to major or the adult, right? Because there are some restrictions in minor accounts. Their transaction is not as smooth. For example, you cannot use UPI payment if you are minor with that bank account, right? So there are some restrictions, but it is for anyone who do not have a bank account, they are eligible under the particular scheme. Talking about the key feature, so see, we now understood that it is for the financial inclusion. So it has another name also. It is the National Mission for Financial Inclusion, okay? So it can be said as PM Jan Dhan Yojana also. It can also be said as National Mission for Financial Inclusion, and you should not get confused if you look at this name in any examination. Provision of zero balance account, so we have understood zero balance is required for it. No minimum balance requirement is there under these categories, and also accidental coverage of rupees 2 lakh. See, initially when it was launched, at that time it was 1 lakh, okay, but the limit has been increased to 2 lakhs. So do not get confused if someone has studied it before. Now it is 2 lakh. Apart from that, there are some other key feature also. For example, overdraft facility up to 10,000 after 6 months. Initially this limit was rupees 5,000. See, why am I discussing the previous limit also? Because in examination it has been asked, and it can be asked that the limit has increased from this to this, the percentage has increased from this to this, okay? So there are questions that are asked from like this. So that is why you should be aware of the previous data also, and also the increase in it, right? So initially it was 5,000 overdraft facility, now it is 10,000. Now what is this overdraft facility? For example, I have zero balance currently, okay, but I can take a little loan. You can say overdraft facility to be a kind of loan, but it is a short term that you have to give next month. So usually this overdraft facility is kind of you can say you don't have money, so you're asking a friend that okay, my salary will come next month, you just give me some amount and I'll pay you back. And that person will also have that assurity, because they know that that every month you will be getting salary, and the amount is also not much. There is a limit. That is why this 10,000 limit has been given, because that is something which is expected from the account to account, that at least this person will be able to give back 10,000 rupees next month, right? So this is the overdraft facility. What does it mean? It means I have zero balance account, I currently have zero money in my account, but I am taking some money, some credit from the bank. I am saying okay, give me 8,000, because it will come under this limit, right? So I'm saying please give me 8,000, I'll pay it to you next month, okay, when my salary will come, and they will give you. Now of course this will depend on from the account to account. If you have a good credit score, if you have money in your account and it is usually there, but due to some reason it is not there, for them it is, of course it is easy for them. But if somebody is always zero balance account, so of course they can't be getting, right? Age limit of OD facility is 18 to 65 years. Next is under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, these kind of account they are eligible for direct benefit transfer. Now, what does it mean? For example, we have PM Kisan. Under that also, the Kisan they get some kind of money quarterly, right? So, what happens in this? That is a direct benefit transfer. Now, because if they have this Jan Dhan account, if people be having these Jan Dhan account, if farmers are having these, it is easier to get the benefit from the government, right? So they are eligible for all the direct benefit transfer, whatever be the schemes that are running under that. PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, okay, so Suraksha Bima Yojana, all these Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Atal Pension Yojana, and these all are what? These are all your social security schemes, right? Two are your insurance schemes, Jeevan Jyoti and Suraksha Bima. These are your accidental coverage as well as natural death schemes. The insurance that you'll get under that with minimum premium. Atal Pension Yojana is for your pension safety, and what is Mudra Yojana? It is basically with the help of Mudra Yojana you can take loan at good credit. Next is and you don't have to give any collateral in case of Mudra scheme. If you have watched the if you have already read about it, you must know. If you have not, you can find that in the playlist of this government schemes. Life insurance cover of 30,000. So basically, see, this life insurance cover of 30,000, it was usually given to the initial account that were opened under this, just to give it as an incentive, so that people with this intention they join, that they'll get the benefit of 30,000 as well. And as per the RBI guidelines, your Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana account is treated as inoperative. When will account will be treated as inoperative? Because we are talking about will open banks, right? So we are going the government, they went home to home, door to door they went to open the accounts. Now it can happen that the account has been opened but it is not operational, functional. So RBI guideline says that if over the period of 2 years there is no transaction that has been done, no induced transaction that has been done from the customer end, then it will be considered as inoperative. In case of when over the period of 2 years there is no induced transaction from the customer. Okay, so that is what about the key features of the schemes are. Now there are 6 pillars that are easier to understand because we have already understood everything, but we'll have a look at it. So it says that the first pillar, it is universal access to banking services. Okay, all the banking services will be provided of the banking branch and its correspondents. Okay, overdraft facility will be provided under this. We have already understood about it, right? And financial literacy program will also be run under that. People will be told about how to use ATMs. Okay, how to promote. They will be promoted to for the savings to be included under the insurance schemes, to apply themselves for the Atal Pension Yojana, right? To contribute to that also, so that they can have a secured age-old time. Getting ready for credit, availing insurance and pension, using basic mobile phones for banking, everything will also be a part of this Jan Dhan Yojana. Creation of credit guarantee fund will also be done to provide banks some guarantee against default, because here we are talking about for example overdraft facilities. Okay, so in that we have understood that after 6 months adults they are eligible. Okay, and if it happens that they are allowed to some overdraft facility under the particular scheme, but that then the person who has asked for it, who has taken the overdraft facility, now is not able to return the money, right? I'm just giving an example. There can be many default cases also, because here we are dealing with bank, and especially in this particular scheme we are focusing on the weaker section of the society, right? So in that case, there if the beneficiary is not able to return the money, then banks they would also lose trust, right? They would also not want to have a riskier side of the particular scheme, and that is why credit guarantee fund has also been established, so that the banks they have the security that even if the defaulters are not able to pay due to whatever reason, maybe due to the genuine reason that they do not have money, but they have a backup, they have this back from the government that they will give back the money. Okay, insurance that we have already understood. So accidental coverage up to 1 lakh, this we understood was initially it was 1 lakh, and we have understood now it has shifted to 2 lakh. Okay, and cover of 30,000 account opened between 15 August 2014 to 31st January 2015. So why I have added this particular data? Because as I told you, initially incentive was given. So at that time 24 to 25 there was an incentive that accidental coverage of 1 lakh will be given along with the rupees 30,000 life coverage. Okay, and this is the particular report. The name of the report is Report on Trend and Progress of Banking in India. That is a 21-22 that has been released, and here we we can see the first data. We'll just understand the graph only. So here we are looking at the number of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan accounts that have been formed since August 2015, right? And this is the latest August 2022. And why specifically this has been this particular section is given? And of course, it is related to banking account, and also 8 years have been completed last year of Jan Dhan Yojana, and that is why we have to study about Jan Dhan Yojana, because it has reached a milestone of 8 years. So here we are looking at that how initially there were in August 15 only 17.9 crore, right, bank account Jan Dhan accounts. Okay, here we are looking at the term that the digit that we are understanding at, they are in crores. Okay, then it kept on, it first increased, then decreased in 17, then increased, right? And here we are looking at there is a decreasing trend. If we look at from here, there is a decreasing trend. So it is a good thing that the number of accounts per year has been decreased. What does it mean? That we have already financially included most of the section of the society. Okay, so it is a good thing that the what the aim of the particular scheme was, it was able to achieve it, and it is in its near point of completion. Okay, and currently till August 2022 we have 46.5 crore PM Jan Dhan Yojana accounts. Okay, I hope that is clear. And if we look at these accounts distribution, that at what section are they? So in the public sector banks, and we have RRBs, we have both in urban and rural areas also, right? So in, if we talk about if we look at that, most of these accounts, they have been opened in the PSB and RRBs of rural and semi-urban regions, right? And if we talk about in the urban and metropolitan cities also, the bank account has been opened. Okay, so there also we have PSBs, and in RRBs these account has been opened, but what the maximum portion is in the rural and semi-urban areas. Okay, so this was the graph, and there is one more data point that is important. It says that at the end of August 2022, 56% of account holders were women. When we specifically talk about Jan Dhan Yojana account, 56% of them are women. Very important data. And 67% of PM Jan Dhan account were in rural and urban areas. Okay, first of all, we'll classify. If we talk about only men and women, if we talk about gender wise, 56% of these accounts are women. And if we talk about area wise, then 67% of all the PMJDY accounts, they belong to rural and semi-urban areas. I don't think there is much confusion in it, right? And here the one more thing, that it was observed that there is although the aim of this scheme was to have zero balance account, so at least people, they don't have any burden, but it was noticed that once these account has been opened, there's an average of, if you look at average of somewhere around 4,000 rupees is always kept in the bank. So it means that the financial because of this financial inclusion, the people who were deprived of the bank accounts, they have been benefited, right? Had it been that there was still zero balance in it, then maybe the aim which the government was thinking, that would not have been fulfilled, or maybe the government was not thinking in accordance with the countrymen. But here it proves that yes, the through this scheme, many people, they have been benefited, and they have been financially included into the banking sector. It says what? By August 2022, out of the total 46.25 crore PMJDY account that we have already understood in the previous graph, 81.2% were operative. What does it mean? They are functioning. There is transaction that is happening. So 81.2% of the total PMJDY accounts, and how many of them are there? That is 46.25%. Up from 76% in 2017. What does it mean? It means that till 2017, if we look at of the total PMJDY accounts that were at that time, only 76% were operative, but that number has been increased. Now of the total account, 81.2 has been increased. Okay, and only 8.2% of JDY accounts were zero balance accounts. Okay, what does it mean? That only in this person zero balance is retained, otherwise there is some amount that the balance that has been kept. Okay, so these are some of the important data that I have provided, this figure and this data that you need to understand, and that is all what you need to remember from this particular scheme that was mentioned in news. And I hope this scheme is pretty much clear to you all, and if it is, there is a homework for all of you regarding this particular scheme. It asks about that which of the following is our key features of the above discussed, means the previously discussed that we have done, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. Okay, so you have to tell. And and these are the toppers of the last session. So neurotic, see these PDFs of the session, they are present in our Telegram channel. The link of it is present in the description box. You can join our Telegram channel, and the daily PDFs, they are being provided there. But there is a gap buffer of 24 hours. Please wait for one day to get the PDF of the lecture. Satish said the right answer. Yes, I observed it afterwards. Yes, it should be, because it was launched in September 2021. So this particular scheme, it came into action in September 2021. That is why the this limit should be 21-22. I agree with you. Nilesh said the right answer with the same doubt. Yes, and Samrat, a smart cartoon, for that these books, they will be provided you in your email. You have to provide some information, and if still you're not able to download it, you can comment. I'll discuss with the team. And Nadeem, yes, I understand. It's 21, it should be 21-22 to 25-26. Okay, and sound is too low. Do let me know if others are also facing the same problem. Mr. One said the right answer, and we have Uday also saying the right answer to this. Divya is saying the right answer. uh, I think Mr. One said the wrong answer in one case. And we have Vardhaman saying the right, Vardhaman said the right answer, Rishabh said the right answer, Anu is also facing the same problem. Then we have Suresh said the right answer, and also we have Konal, I understand all wrong what on what basis you are saying, so I give you that. And that is all in this particular video. If you have any doubt, any query, you can always write to us. If you want me to cover any scheme, that is also welcome. So we'll meet again in another video. Until then, all the very best for examination, and thank you.